Take out the trash Tuesday. So there were a couple of things she put out. She was offline for like at least 3 or 4 days. Put up some pre-recorded content the other day, and it was clear based on something she said in a live stream last week that it was filmed last week. Also, that whole arcade scene in the mall was an exact replica of Jamal's video from a week ago. So, interesting coincidence that she did exactly the same thing as Jamal did on his channel. Like within a day or something, to record this pre-recorded content. But anyway, let's take a look at what Barbecue Chillin' has compiled here.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
I always run over like. She's that respectable girl. He's to get it on. He's got the dong. He's got the dong. He's to get it on. Dong. Wow. Dong. Wow.
You know, honestly, if she did that kind of dancing for like 30 minutes a day, she'd probably lose some weight. And she could do it off camera. She could do it where nobody's looking. You know, she could totally be doing that as her exercise routine, blasting her American music when nobody's looking, and burning some calories, right? It seems like she likes doing this stuff. So why not get back to it? Just don't put it on camera, because obviously you've chosen a certain lifestyle. But you could still do it if you like doing it, right?
I'm gonna put my mic on after I eat so you guys don't hear those. Eating sounds too loud. So I had a nap today after Usher.
Okay.
This thing blew up. I woke up to hearing the adhan for Maghrib for breakfast time, so I'm like, oh no. So I woke up, just had like some little things in the fridge, some dates, ordered, and it was busy, so food just got here. I'm just filming that Mall Chinese vlog days ago, but posting it now to cover your border hopping. Why do people care? Even if that was the case, what's the tea?
So I was just watching Sassy Assassin, and I don't know if this is true or not, but she stated that the meals that Chantal and Salah had at that mall were actually free meals. So it's just, she's telling on herself that she's looking for food bank food and free meals and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that necessarily that she can't afford rent and utility. Well, she said utilities are included in her rent, but she's obviously having to economize. So this whole argument of, am I rich? Am I poor? You can be still living paycheck to paycheck, you know, and having to budget. And part of her budgeting includes trying to figure out how to feed that enormous appetite as cheaply as possible, right?
Like, really? Somebody must have been saying something that's not true from one of the reaction channels. I can probably guess who. That my husband doesn't have a job, so I get these comments. I can tell when someone's been talking crap because I get stupid comments, okay? Number one. Anyways, I'm not the one coming for other people's relationships. They're the ones talking about my relationship all day. So I'm pointing out, like Yo Mama Super Chat said, that she talks about Salah. Her man doesn't have a job either. He has a business. So how does he have no job? Number two, how do you...
Here's the thing, too. You know, she kind of got sucked into that, and she's so bad at keeping track of her lies, that once in a while the truth comes out like that. But she didn't even need to be a part of that internet drama because she wasn't a part of it. She basically decided to weigh in herself and decided to bring in ancient history on a couple of different, or a few different live streamers about their relationships, when the criticism that they have been offering on their channels is your current day status of your relationship. You know, the poop thing just happened around Christmas, and you decided to say, well, it's just a fetish, he can't control it. Okay, if he can't control it, he's ultimately gonna act out on it, Chantel. And, you know, clearly he's looking for ways to meet other women behind your back. But whatever. You can bring up people's past issues all you want. Those issues are resolved and moved on from. And you are dealing with this currently. So I don't know why you think that's a comparable situation.
No, he doesn't have another job. Like, you don't know anything about this, like, anything about his life. You don't know anything about this situation, okay? But if it's coming from the reactor, I think it is. If you're gonna call anyone's man a bum, what about yours?
I think we're saying that it seems like a shady shell company. Like, does he actually work there? Is he actually getting an income? Is it a real job? Because you said either. You know, your man doesn't have a job either. Right? So, what are you trying to tell us here? And she's already been trying to backtrack it. It's so weird.
Your history of men who got you 8 evictions. So please, look at Kate's, he never had a job. Actually, in his defense, we worked at the same call center, making decent money for the time. At least it's a job, okay? Don't crap on a job, I guess. We had a job, we were younger. We worked at the same place for years together. Then he worked at Walmart. Then he had another customer service job for a few years, which he walked every single day, like a couple of miles to get to, in the snow or not. The only time, and he has a job now. The only time he didn't have a job was when he was doing YouTube. And he was earning some money. So if someone's going to sit there on their high horse and lie and say that this person was a bum, didn't have a job, and then make fun of me for being with Swordfish, who was a leech, the only person, the person I was with before, after Pete's, still has a job, had a job the whole time. So where's that?
Why are we going through, why are you bringing up all these old relationships and talking about their jobs and their status? This is so weird. You want to hear something funny about one of my old relationships? He told me that when he was a teenager, one of his first jobs was at a gas station. And to make it look better on a resume when he was applying for other jobs, he called himself a petroleum transference technician. But anyway, what the hell are you doing? You're putting down all of your previous relationships. Like, can you stop doing that? Can you just fucking leave the past in the past?
Coming from lies. And if you're going to sit on your high horse and say that my men that I've been with haven't had jobs and are bums,
folks, just want to take a moment.
But look at the bum you were with, who caused you, apparently, according to you, to go to court 8 times for not paying rent. Yeah, suck it. Because he's available a lot during the time when you go live.
You really need to drop that, because that is a resolved issue and it no longer applies. So can you please stop bringing that bullshit up? Because your financial situation is far worse than FFG. And everybody knows it in girl world. And we're getting sick and tired of you bringing this bullshit up. Just because you have some sort of petty beef with FFG, some sort of high school drama fight that you guys are going through. Nobody fucking cares. Can you just move the hell on, please?
By that logic, then the people who stream snipe me and react to my content almost immediately after also have no jobs, like they claim, right? Because they always have the time. Look at just Beaten today. She has all the time in the world. Every single time I go live to stream snipe me so she can afford to take her kids somewhere. I can honestly say, with my whole chest, this...
Stop bringing the kids into it. Stop bringing the kids into it, Chantel. Stop bringing in spouses, relatives, and kids. Stop doing it. You know, nobody else is doing that to you. Unless you have introduced them as a side character to your world.
Whole circumference. I have not seen a more handsome person in Kuwait than Salah. You're a lie.
Yeah, she obviously never leaves her apartment because that's fucking impossible. That guy is ugly.
You're a lie. So why, when I have eye candy like that, would I bother looking at anyone else? If aliens exist in this world, come adopt me. Come take me away from this planet. I don't want to live on the same planet with morons like this. Thank you. Bye. I think it's funny.
Yeah, please come and take her. Please do. Just come and take her, because then she won't have to pay her debts. She'll have all that stress relieved. And you can do all kinds of, like, you know, inspections, operations, and experiments on her to figure out, like, what it looks like when a human being is so morbidly obese that they're a death fat.
How they think you're this diabolical mastermind and constantly trying to bamboozle us. Yeah, like, I'm constantly trying. That's what's annoying. Is like, none of it makes sense. Why? What's the motivation to do this? You know, like. So yeah, before you come for my husband with his job and job shame him, you're gonna tell me that nobody in those audiences works at a Wendy's or something. So don't job shame people. I'm not saying Salah works at a Wendy's. I'm just saying people use that as like a lower end job. And if you're insulting him, you're insulting everybody in the audience who has like a low.
She literally goes back and forth between insulting and then apologizing for her insults for low-income workers.
Paying job or a job that you don't think is sufficient, even though you don't know how much Salah makes. You don't know. You know what I mean? His job is fine. It's perfect. And if it wasn't, he could do something else because he had jobs. Like, he supported himself with his business before he met me. You know? It's no one's business. The business, no one's business. Like, you know what? I was watching very popular, like millions of subscribers, Muslim couple on TikTok. They're like, have iftar with us. They got in the car and went to take it drive-through. Nobody's cooking a huge iftar meal every day. Like, no way. Sorry. Loophot, like, why would I do that though? Like, I didn't say that. I have my own debts. I have my own bills. I need to make money too. But just.
Did they get a triple cheeseburger that they didn't like and continued to eat just because they felt that their viewership wanted to see them eat? I mean, that's how you roll, right, Chantel? You did not like that burger, and you even admitted on your next live stream that you continued eating because you knew the fans wanted to see you eat. So is it, obviously your fans can't taste what you're tasting, but we can see when you don't like something. And the fact that you don't just put it down and say, this didn't work for me, is just so scary. It's such a display of your illness that that you continue on because you believe that your viewership is more interested in seeing you try and sexualize food.
That like somebody who doesn't earn any money is just not right, and they can't keep the same consistency with their stories and lies. First is, I'm so broke I can't afford to go anywhere. I can't afford to do anything. But yeah, my husband's with me for money, which I don't have, apparently. You know, so it's like super stupid and inconsistent. Yeah, if he didn't love me, like, why would he be with me? Like, look at all the problems I have. Yeah, he's young, like, I can't have kids, I have all these diseases. Well, not like, you know what I mean, I have a lot of illnesses, a lot of problems.
Well, he has a nice, larger apartment now. He's got a car now. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's a difference between being poor, being rich, and living paycheck to paycheck and economizing. So what we're saying is that you're on a tightrope. You're walking a thin line here, expecting views that are not going to come.
I'm not making a fraction of what I used to. We're not going to Canada. Do these morons hide their bodies? Yes. Do they look worse than me and Amberlynn? Yes. Oh, shit, I can't wait to try some of your public news.
Do these morons hide their bodies?
I think I forgot to change the title. So for those of you who have been following the Ruby Frankie 8 passengers case, I did a couple of videos on this yesterday. But the only two that I covered were the kids escaping. And
does that look like I'm hiding my body?
Oh, shit, I can't wait to try some of your public news. Timothy Chalamet, he's another one right now. Before it was that one girl from Euphoria, what's her name? Like, they just go on these, like, you know. I hate when they don't use people from the race of the person they're portraying in the movie. I hate that. Like, in Dune, Timothy Chalamet as that, who was the Middle Eastern person? I don't know, forgive me, but I saw a lot of, like, Arab people complaining about that. Use an Arab person. What? There's not one single Arab actor you can...
There's a comment in the chat on Barbecue Chillin's video. This arc is lasting way longer than I thought it would. I think that's because she's a bit financially trapped right now. Because she's living paycheck to paycheck at this point, she can't afford the airfare to get back to Canada. And so she can't get out of this trap that she has of living in this tiny apartment. Wonder why Pious Chins deleted this stream. I know. I was unaware that she deleted the stream until this morning.
Use? You have to put Pointy Chin Chalamet? Anyway, yeah, Zendaya, yeah. And a lot of these actors are overrated. I can do a better job. Let me see here. No, I don't want to watch the movie, thank you. Because I don't like Zendaya, and I don't like Timothy Chalamet, so they would annoy me the whole movie. I mean, I don't like them as people, I just mean, like, they get on my nerves.
I know the video is sped up, but she has incredibly shifty eyes during this video, moving side to side, a lot of blinking. These are indicators that she's lying.
Okay, a lot of things get on my nerves. Like, that's a new low. Going frame by frame for what? To reveal that I'm fat? Like, I'm on camera. People have eyes. They don't need your,
Oh my god, this is so funny. It's so funny. We're about to see it. But, Sin and Sass is another channel. And they actually counted the frames. The actual frames that it takes for her entire body to enter the picture.
Factor gadget analysis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
I didn't think it could be this many.
17,
I thought it was
18,
like
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
oh my god!
26, 27.
Oh my god, I swear I thought it would have been like 5.
29,
10 at the most. What the fuck is happening?
31, 31, 30.
There's her nose coming in. 31 frames to enter the shot.
Like, yeah, I rage a lot sometimes. Well, not a lot, but, like, not just rage, but, like, point out, like, hypocrisies and, like, stuff like that. But really, at the end of the day, I don't really care.
No, you get petty and you get involved in things that you shouldn't get involved in. And you spew out just plain gossip and rumors and lies. And it's really ugly behavior. I had to deal with this with a board member last night at my HOA meeting. Fortunately, she was either dismissed or resigned from the board, But it's been an ongoing matter for me for 4 years that we had this basically a QAnoner on the board for 4 years who didn't like my yard signs. One of them said flatten the curve, and apparently that really upset her. She also peeled the Bernie stickers off of my vehicle when I was parked in the handicap spot, and has yelled things up at my balcony 3 different times, and harassed me when I went to get my new mailbox key.
You know, for example, what somebody who looks or acts like FFG, for example, like thinking of the most obvious, like, or somebody like just beaten today, like what they really think about me, how I look. I know how I look. I like how I look. I know I'm fat, whatever, you know. Who cares? Anyways, people's looks, I guess, at the end are just irrelevant, whatever. Yes, April, if I croak, then he'll take care of my cat. Our cat, it's not mine, it's ours. Yeah, you're supposed to not have conflict or anything during Ramadan. But then again, most people are not followed by hundreds of brain-dead morons. Most people live very private lives. Sometimes I envy that. I have to tell you. Come.
Have you ever, what is that expression? That if you meet more than one asshole in a single day, the asshole is probably you. Have you ever heard that expression, Chantal?
Come. I gotcha. No. Come.
This is another example of how she doesn't know how to handle animals and she mistreats them. You're not supposed to pick up cats under their arms because it can be painful for them. So she doesn't know how to just pick her up by her belly and put her on her lap and, you know, actually just like caress her. And I just can't even. Like, I had to nurse my cat last night, and I picked him up from his belly, put him in bed with me, and he was there for a good hour before he decided to move on.
Hey, okay, say hi to the people. Oh, yes. She fell in the bag. Come here, pretty girl. I'm sorry. Yes. She's too hyper. She likes to be touched, Murray, but not. Sometimes she doesn't love to be picked up, I notice. A lot of cats don't.
Because you're doing it wrong. You're not picking her up correctly.
But she loves to be pet. Like if we're laying still and chilling out, she loves to come up to us and we pet her all night. I don't know if she was an outdoor cat. We got her from a friend of Salah's, and like somebody Salah knew. And she could have been somebody that they picked up outside and kept her and like gave her away. I'm not sure. She might have been. Most cats from the streets here. Yeah, Vanessa, right? Julia has hood breath. You can't be single and rent here. That's like the number one proof that we're married without ever showing anybody anything because they don't deserve it. But you have to be married. Like, we had to show a certificate to live here.
Well, why don't you show us like one of their rental agreements? You know, it doesn't have to be filled out. You can redact the name of the complex and like all of that bullshit, right? Anything that would be an identifier of where you're actually located. But you could show us the rental agreement that says you must be a married couple to live here. You could show us that.
Actually, having your own car in your own place and money to afford bills and food is rich in a lot of ways. If you think about it nowadays, it's so hard to live these days for a lot of people. Anyways, guys and girls and whatever else you identify as, I don't know. I feel like I need to be more inclusive. I hate saying guys and girls, especially when there's more genders than that. Okay, good night, guys. Bye.
You could just say everybody. Good night, everybody.
Ma'am, I don't know who you are, but you are really gonna sit there looking like you do? Fat as heck with no front teeth, judging me on what I eat and saying my man won't touch me? I can guarantee a man is going to touch me first, given the option. Check yourself. Thanks, bye. The nerve of this brain dead wannabe morons. Edit, into the Islam police, mind your business. If I go to hell for defending myself, oh well, worth it. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, 12 Chins of Thunder.
So the picture that was just shown is Kalela, something like that. I just subscribed to her channel yesterday. She was basically just like some random viewer of Chantel's, who Chantel tried to call out and get Yo Mama to call out to be dragged online. And FFG talked about it on her stream yesterday and got her 1,000 new subscribers through just discussing the topic on that live stream. So she was at 700 when the night started. I don't know where she is right now, but she, within just a matter of minutes, now qualifies to monetize her channel.
You know what's embarrassing? Making a post making fun of Niall's looks when you're still 10 times more homely. The nerve. Hey, blah blah and scam. Imagine just getting happily married and going right back to talking about me shopping at a mall whilst hiding your fat bums behind childish avatars. Human trash.
What is the avatar you have, Chantal? The one that you designed to look like Kybella? Give me a break.
This is how you are stuck supporting your poor children. I say poor children because they have bully trash for parents. Their stepmom also called them unfortunate looking, and you married that. What a pile of trash Gore World is. Yeah, I deleted my posts. You know why? Because I actually feel guilt when I lower myself to that level. I have no idea.
Do you, or do you just get too much pushback? Because I don't think you actually feel guilt. This is your first reactions. This is how you come out. And I've never seen a channel that needs to delete so much bullshit because they realize that they're childish and saying immature things and just mean, nasty. The insults that you hurl are pretty bad. Not even close to what the React channels do to you. Period.
Yeah, and I'll never understand this. How these people whom I call out can use their platforms to say and do the most vile things daily and not feel any guilt or not realize how bad this makes them look. Worse than those they criticize, actually. Oh well, I guess I'm not meant to understand. I'm meant to stay focused on life. I will try harder to do that. It is so hard when all you want to do is defend yourself.
Well, with that, let's see how Trash Tuesday goes, y'all.